Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. We are now going to get into part 2 of the full case profit challenge with Topps Chrome update. So I won't spoil anything on how the first 10 blasters went, but I will say we do need to make up quite a bit of ground. We are a little bit behind. We did have a nice case hit in the first episode, so once again, we're doing 40 blasters. That's a full case. And we're going to do about $10 in miscellaneous per blaster. And then anything that's over $2 a card, I will put in as additional value on top of that. And we'll see if we can get some really good pulls. There's some huge cards in this product. And, you know, this one I pulled out of a blaster just a couple days ago. So we can definitely pull stuff like this. So we're going to try to summon some of that good juju here. So that being said, if you guys enjoy this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really motivates me to keep making videos like this. And this will be part 2 of our 4-part full case of blasters. So this will be box number 11 of 40. We will do 11 through 20 in this video. Let's see if we can let's see if we can make a big dent. And you guys can probably tell I'm tired because I'm already misspeaking, but let's have a good rip. Let's go. And I promise as I get better at doing these videos, I'll be able to get a little quicker with opening things up and pacing things out. So just bear with me there. All right, see what we can do. Make sure we're all set here. Let's make some magic happen. All right, red, white, and blue coming up. Darius Garland. We have not seen a Cooper base yet, but I would very much like to see a Cooper parallel. So we shall see. I got a refractor coming up. Thunder. Aaron Wiggins, Kelly Oubre Jr. So not much going on these first couple packs, but again, the way these value boxes are rather is you tend to just really hit big or you don't hit at all. So Lee McNeely and then Pistons, Duncan Robinson. So again, nothing really going on yet. So let's see if we can have something to write home about here soon. Okay, we got a Ray Wave Maverick. Man. That's the first true sweat of the video, honestly, of the entire series. So hopefully we can have one that actually cashes in. I think we got a new addition coming up here. Jalen Hart, and then Kasparis, Jackie Sionis, and then a Wemby. All right, so a couple decent cards there. Let me get my penny sleeves out. Hopefully we'll run through quite a few of these. These won't carry a ton of value as they are, you know, the new edition I don't think is a super high value parallel, insert rather, but it's nice to get into the habit of sleeving cards up, I guess. All right, we got a couple cards backwards. Hopefully that's a good sign. Got Moment in Time, Dirk Nowitzki. I am going to assume this is this is probably one of the greatest runs in NBA Finals history. Probably the most deserving NBA Finals run of all time, if you ask me. And I believe that is his one ring. So, Hall of Famer there, legend. Probably definitely our best pull out of that box thus far. Hopefully we have something in this pack that beats it. All right, another red, white, and blue for the Cavs. Jarrett Allen. So pretty dry box there. On to box number 2 of the video. See if we can get something going here. Again, you know, all it really takes is really good case hit or a really low number parallel of the right name and we'll be solid shape. Nothing there. It'll be interesting to see how the prices of this product go up or down because of the Cooper Flag debut patch auto being hit. So I'll be very curious to see how that plays. So got a couple of decent cards. The Tyrese Halliburton Refractor's probably a little something. Throw it over there. Come on, man, let's get something good. I'm kind of tired of just talking about almost virtually nothing here. All right, we've got a Warriors Refractor. Steph, bam, there we go. So first actual hit of the day, I would say. Little off center top to bottom, but that should be at least a few bucks, maybe close to 10 bucks. So that is definitely nice to get on the board. All right, we got a Ray Wave coming up. Backwards Ray Wave. Malik Monk, Tyrese Maxey, Ja Morant. All right, so man, we are really, we really need to make up some ground here. Not gonna lie. Got a Stratospheric Stars, SGA. It's a good name to hit out of that checklist. Nothing crazy value-wise. Not a refractor, unfortunately. So the refractors of these inserts do really well. So that's what you want to see out of these. All right, we got another Moment in Time base. Nikola Jokic. And Igor, it's a good rookie. You know, these Moment in Times are nice. I mean, I just would really love to hit. It'd be really cool if we hit something in a Moment in Time number to like 50, like a true gold Moment in Time. I think those will be extremely valuable. All right, we got a Mav. Oh, man. Dang it. This is still a pretty good name for red, white, and blue. We got Ace Bailey on the back. Cooper Flag and a red, white, and blue, I believe, is something like a $100 card. So that's tough. On to the third box of the rip. Again, we still have an absolute mountain of boxes to go through, so we have quite a bit of runway until we start to run out of time. But we are definitely falling behind quickly. That Steph is nice, and couple other $3 or $4 cards maybe, but other than that, we need to pick it up. The wrong rookie. I will say at the very least, you can see the ball here. What was really brutal about some of the stuff from Topps last year was you really couldn't tell. All you could see is the RC. If you didn't see that, you weren't sure. So at least you can see if you see the ball in the RC, you know it's not Cooper. So that helps a little bit, take away the pain a little bit. Thunder, Chet Holmgren. Probably a $1 card, maybe. Oh boy. I really hope we hit something at some point. We got a backwards card here. I don't know if that really means anything. It doesn't. Okay, so we got D'Angelo Russell. Rudy Gobert. Hit a nice gold of his to 50 in the first video. But I'm hoping that that card being backwards is a sign that they inserted some of these by hand, and there's a huge hit waiting for us. Man, I thought that was VJ Edgecombe. Probably one of the worst rookies you can get right there, unfortunately. Just need to start hitting the right names. This has been it's been a tough series so far. Kevin Durant, Ja Morant. Okay. Sleeve up the Stratospheric Stars, I guess. So far, though, I mean, we're definitely a little behind on this video on top of last video, so see if we can get something. I think we have another Moment in Time coming up. Yep. LeBron James. It's not bad. I would just like to start seeing a few of these in a refractor. I think these Moment in Times will be collectible. I think even the base ones will always be worth a couple bucks. It'll be interesting. I don't know the print run on them, but I don't think they're insane. Celtics, Peyton Pritchard. All right, well, through 3 blasters, I do not think we are doing so hot. No numbered cards. I think the Steph Curry refractor is the hit of the rip so far. I definitely hope that's not the case by the end of this. I think this is the one landscape card in the entire set. I could be wrong, but I believe that is. Another Maverick. Unfortunately, it's not Cooper. Brooks Barnheiser. Probably worth maybe $1 or $2. Decent rookie. Keep that right there. See if we can get something rolling here. I really like this picture of Steph. I think that's a really cool picture. All right, we have a Maverick refractor. Bang, yes. Let's go. Right there. And that looks very nicely centered. That is exactly what we want to see. And DeAndre Ayton, by a mile, the best pull we've got so far. I'm taking a look at this. This centering, it's a little OC top to bottom, but I don't think, you guys can tell me what you think. I don't think that that's more than 60-40. By far our best pull, and we will put that right there. Right now, these are just a little under $200 raw. I believe in a PSA 10, given the refractor sales of the PSA 10s in the first set, which are sitting at $1,700, I believe these, especially with the PSA slowdown in grading, there won't be a lot of these in regular grading. I think that's $1,000+ card in a PSA 10. So obviously we're not going to count that as a $1,000 card. We'll count it as a raw card, but it's definitely something to think about when we're doing this. So that actually probably puts us ahead. And that's why I really like these blasters, because I know you can go really long periods of time without hitting anything, but you can hit 3-digit cards out of here pretty easily for how much they cost. And this is actually a really nice Ray Wave Draymond Green. Cedric Coward, a little off-center top to bottom. Worth probably a couple bucks. Sleeve him up. Put that in the good pile. And I bet you this Draymond sells pretty good too. This is actually really nicely centered, it appears. Maybe a little OC right to left, but I think that's actually, that card's worth a couple bucks. I feel a lot better about this rip already. I mean, we're actually pacing towards green on this rip by itself if you just take that one card. And that's why I really like this set, because you can do that so easily. VJ Edgecombe, off center top to bottom, but definitely worth a couple bucks. You always like to see it. And come on, Malak. I have so many autographs of this guy. I really hope he turns into, selfishly, I really hope this guy turns into a star. Maybe he will. All right, I'm still thrilled we hit that card. That is a very, very nice pull. All right, Colin Murray Boyles, Clutch Gene. I did not realize he was in this set, but that is a nice name out of this checklist. If you guys watched last video, you know I'm very, very high on CMB. I got a couple of his autos, and I think he's a very good long-term value play right now. Still no number cards. That's pretty crazy. But something worth noting, again, not vouching for this to be a $45 product, because it should not be. But, you know, we've ripped $180 of this product. Haven't hit a single number card. Not a single case hit. Not a single card really of note besides one. And that one card right here pays for those 4 boxes by itself. So just something to keep in mind is if you are going to rip these, I do recommend buying more than like one. Of course, rip responsibly, rip within your means, but I just think you have a better chance of feeling good about what you just did if you rip more than 1 or 2 boxes, because you can have better chances of hitting cards like that will pay for multiple boxes at once. Okay, we have Activators. That is a very good con. Looks really nicely centered in a Paul George. I think the con is sitting right around $4. I don't know. I think his market is lower than it should be. What do you guys think? Very centered card, very nicely centered. So we'll keep an eye on his market over time. I don't think there's a huge reason for his market to be where it is. I think it should be a lot higher. And I think we'll see even his base cards in a PSA 10 condition do pretty good numbers. All right. Derek White, nothing crazy there. Man, when are we gonna get our first number card? I think we got 3 or 4 in our last video, so I don't know what the... I think you get one every like 3 boxes on average, so we should be due for one. Got a Celtic, Anthony Simmons. Well, it's been a pretty top-heavy rip so far. Got a few more packs left here, see if we can hit a super low number card. Another refractor Nuggets. Are we going to get a Jokic? We are. So that'll be a little something. That'll probably be worth a couple bucks. Centering on this is pretty solid overall. And, you know, I always try to make a mental note of cards that are centered well that maybe one day could be worth grading. That will never be worth grading right now, but you just never know. Sometimes cards go crazy for no reason. Grizzlies, not going to be Coward because the ball, for Coward's card, the ball is in that little border there. So you start to pick these things out when you've ripped enough of this product. Kind of saves the heartbreak. I think a Coward refractor is about $6 or $7, which would have been nice. All right, Ray Wave, Timberwolves. Mavericks, Mike Conley. All right, nothing crazy. Well, honestly, besides that Cooper Flag refractor, I think we got about a $10 Curry. And maybe a few cards that are worth $3 or $4. Tough to hit out of these boxes for sure, but I've said it several times, sound like a broken record. You can hit big. Another really nice VJ. This one's a little better centered. Still a little top to bottom, but not egregious. Zach Edey. I have noticed for some reason, I don't know if it's just this case, but I've pulled quite a bit of VJs so far in this rip, and they've all been off center, top to bottom quite a bit. I think probably from the same sheet, I would guess, maybe. I wonder if that's related. Okay, we have another Activators. Chris Paul, non-refractor. It's tough because these Activators and these clutchings, they have really good color. What I mean by that is they have color that it looks like it's a black refractor. And so you get like that split second of excitement before you fall back to earth. All right, nothing crazy there. I was hoping that would be a VJ red, white, and blue, but figure we've already pulled too much of him for that to happen. Okay, red, white, and blue, Pacers. Man. I literally think we've hit one good card this entire rip, and we're very lucky that it was a monster. Okay, we got a refractor. And so this last card right here is going to be Jameer Watkins, and I absolutely hate this card because this little white space right here throws you off so much. You think you got a monster, you think you got some crazy case hit going on, but it's really just a base rookie. Damian Lillard. I mean, that looks like an image variation, but I promise you guys it's not. I'm still throwing a good pile. He's a pretty nice name. All right, we have another refractor, Hawks, maybe Asanuo. Yep, that's about, I think, the best name you can get from the Hawks. So, would like to see a number card at some point. We are currently beating the odds on numbered cards, but we also are beating the odds on Cooper Flag refractors. So I guess pick your poison. All right, Thunder, Aaron Wiggins, Tyrese Proctor. Well, through 6 boxes, not a lot to show for it, obviously, besides the one card you guys are all looking at. But that is the nature of this product, and I think the one gripe a lot of people have about it is it is so top heavy. I've ripped 5 hobbies of this. I've pulled a Dylan Harper autograph and a case hit of LeBron, and I just cannot bring myself to rip anymore because it's just so nerve-wracking. This in a refractor does numbers. I think this is going to still be about a $5 to $10 card, but this in a parallel, even a refractor, is a pretty significant card. I'm really hoping at some point in this rip we pull a moment in time parallel, because we're pulling a lot of base moment in time, so I'm hopeful. CMB, nope, Grady Dick. All right, so nothing crazy there. I want to see something crazy. I want to have a reason to get excited for you guys. I want to get the energy up. All right, Maverick, okay, red, white, and blue. Those are gut punches. I think there's 7 Mavericks in this set, give or take, so it's a very real shot. Hornet, okay, we're looking for Con Knipple, and that is not Con Knipple. Eventually, we're bound to pull a number card, don't you think? I don't know. Nets. That looks like, these colors makes it look like a negative. It's kind of weird. All right, so nothing crazy there. SGA, not a buyback in this set, unfortunately. That's just for flagship Topps Chrome. So keep that in mind when you're considering buying this product. Those buybacks are not live for this. 2 Mavericks in a row, including a parallel. Nothing. I think that's what's really tough about Cooper Flag is it's just all or nothing because the other Mavericks just aren't that collectible in this set. Like with the Spurs, at least you have some other names besides Harper. You got Wemby, Carter Bryant's not terrible, but you basically fall off a cliff if you don't hit Cooper as a Mav. So it's a tough one. But we are now 7 boxes deep without a numbered card, which is pretty wild if you really think about it. And these cards are literally stuck in the bottom of these boxes. Let's hope that that's because someone was putting a special loaded box and manually put the cards back. Gonna tell myself that's what it is. We got another Activators, Jalen Brunson. It's not horrible. Still looking for another big card. I think we got that Steph Curry refractor is in second place still at $2, at $10 roughly. Maverick. This card is absolutely nuked. I don't know if you guys can see it. See if you guys can see the reflection. Look right in this area here. You can see a lot of issues with that card. If that was a Cooper Flag, that would definitely be getting a product defect submission. And by the way, if you guys open this product and you see a really good card and it's damaged, and the official number Topps gives is if you think it'll get worse than a PSA 7, you can send it back. And I've we've seen mixed reviews on how Topps fulfills those, but in my experience, they've been pretty fair, you know, and prompt. So definitely want to go to Topps and send a product defect submission on their website. And they're pretty reasonable with it in my experience. Asanuel's, you know, probably a couple bucks. He's a good, decent player. But we need to see, I would love to see something numbered at some point. Spurs, all right, here we go. We have not gotten a Dylan Harper sighting. We're looking for Dylan Harper, Wemby, Carter Bryant. All right, I mean, you know, not the guy we're looking for, like, exactly, but this is a nice card. This guy is, I think, extremely underrated because of the 2 other teammates he has. This is a nice card. This will probably be a $4 to $5 card, I bet. Obviously, we definitely want to see Harper or Wemby, but that's why I said it's not as much of a gut punch with the Maverick with the Spurs rather, because you got a couple of good names that you can catch even if it's not Dylan Harper. When are we gonna see a numbered card? This is getting crazy. Okay. So, I do not remember basketball. This is really weird. So, it says there are basketball refractors in this product. This is my first basketball refractor. So, I'm wondering if this is the 25. Because last year, the basketball refractor was effectively the same color as the orange with the 25. So, I'm wondering if that's what this is. We have a Heat. Yeah, wow, the 25 Tyler Hero. So there is our first number card and our lowest number card. So there you go. So Topps says on the box, so if you guys remember from original Topps Chrome, they had these orange basketball refractors and you'd find them in every box. Well, this looks exactly like that orange basketball refractor, except it's actually a numbered basketball refractor. So I gotta say, it's probably the best name you can get on the Heat. Would have definitely loved that to be a Cooper Flag. We'll put those two right there. So there's a numbered card. I mean, we got a low number too. And I will say this, I will take what I like to call quality numbered cards. So what I define as quality numbers, as quality colors, anything 75 or less. I'll take one quality numbered card over 3 numbered cards numbered over 150. So that's a W in my opinion right there. So that was one heck of a dart throw, and we didn't completely miss there. Definitely didn't hit the name we wanted, but Tyler Hero's, you know, pretty collectible. I would like to think. So that'll probably be at least, I would say at least better than the Steph Curry refractor. I would hope something numbered that low. Nikola Jokic, Ja Morant, or Ja. So I think we're doing all right. I think between that Tyler Hero, that Cooper Flag, and a Steph Curry refractor, we're not doing too terrible. It's another clutch gene that masqueraded as a, ooh, there we go. Another clutch gene masquerading as a black to 10, and then a really nice Dylan Harper. Little off center top to bottom, but I do think that is inside of 60-40. It's hard to say. It's close. Obviously won't be sending base Harpers in for grading at this time because of the ridiculous grading tier situation. I think we got to be pretty close to at least on pace for this part by itself. I would imagine. You know, we got, you know, $180 card, and we've definitely got at least $220, $230 of value back thus far. Hoping we can catch one more big hit before we're done today. Got a little over a box left. So see if we can make any magic happen. All right, Warriors refractor. Can we go for 2? We can't go for 2 Stephs, but that is the next best guy. So refractors do have a higher print run in this set, so that's worth noting. But this is actually a really nicely centered Draymond Green refractor, so hopefully that's something. See if we can get one more number card. Rockets, looking for KD. We don't get it. All right. Last box for today. We're almost halfway through this case, and definitely hasn't been great, but ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. This box has some heat in it, I guess. I'm still a beginner ripping cards, so please forgive me. Hopefully that didn't cause that Tyler Hero to go to a PSA 4. All right, so I would like to see one more number card. It would be pretty tough to go 10 blasters and only get one number card, but we'll see. Jokic, Timberwolves, Mike Conley, Cam Jones. See if we can hit something good at the end here. Refractor, Bulls. Don't think there's anything crazy there. Yeah, Josh Giddey, that's kind of the guy you're going to hit. Come on, let's do something good. Let's do something fun. Pelicans, Queen? No, Herbert Jones. A lot of Cavs in that pack, it looked like. Ray Wave flipped around. Guess we'll find out this way. Zach LaVine. Good player. Probably worth $1 maybe. We'll see. Down to 3 packs. That is, I will say, that is quite tough. One numbered card and 10 blasters. All right, we got, what is this? We got something. I have zero idea what this is, guys. I have no clue. We're going to find out together, I guess. Clutch City VJ Edgecomb. I think this is at least a refractor. Wow, that is beautiful. And a Harper right behind it. So these cards in a refractor finish are worth way more than the base. The print run on the refractor Clutch Cities and any inserts is like 10% of what the base inserts are. So those are, let's do this. So these have been by a mile the best hits of the box so far, of the rip. Another nice Dylan Harper, pretty well centered. The Harpers are coming out. That's a nice hit, but I think that's a salt. That's got to be at least $15 plus. So we got another Clutch Gene coming up, and I keep thinking these are black to 10. All right, Anthony Edwards Clutch Gene, nice. Probably worth a couple bucks. All right, last pack. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Doing our best to pace towards green here. It is very tough, but we're doing our best. And end with a red, white, and blue 76-year-old CVJ, Quentin Grimes. All right, well, quick recap here. Got a lot of dollar cards here, some good vets, some cool inserts, some cool refractors of up-and-comers and decent rookies. And our slightly better than average pulls. These are all probably worth, you know, $3 to $5. A couple of them worth upwards of 10, maybe $12 at best. Honestly, not terrible at all, and by far our best two pulls. I will say I think these two are really close. I think these are both in the 10, as low as $15, as high as 30 would be my guess. I could be way off. So we got that one, and the superstar of the break, of course, Cooper Flag refractor, and this thing looks perfect. So that is definitely a nice way to end the break. So thanks for joining me, guys. Stay tuned for part 3 coming up shortly after this is dropped. Let's see if we can pace towards green. I think we took a nice dent out of the total here. So I will see you guys later for part 3. Thanks for tuning in.